Okay, so we're recording now. And so welcome everybody to the call. There's so much excitement going on right now. I know everybody's just buzzing. This has never, ever been done before. So it's never happened. Jax, I'm just gonna, oh, there you go. This has never been done before. It Works has never, ever run a promotion like this before. It's insane. The amount of signups that we're getting is like it's legendary. Like it really is. And they've done this to help us grow our business. And like you guys can really see how the company has our backs. And one of the things that I always love to share about It Works, and this is something that I go over with prospects all the time and stuff like that, is that the heart of the company is so important. You know, who head offices is such a vital part of what makes us who we are. And, you know, and it's also great that we have this fabulous compensation plan that can't be beat. And it's also amazing that we have an incredible product that nobody else has. So we have all these incredible things going for us. And those are the three most important things I feel to have a good, solid business. So you guys, anybody that's new on the call, you're in the exact right place. You have found a company that it's very well-rounded, has all these incredible things. We're also debt-free. And one of the things that I want to share too is that this incredible promotion that they're running. So basically, anybody has the opportunity to try out this business. And it's only $9.99 in the US. It's $12.99 here in Canada. I think it's $15 in Australia. And depending on where you are, it's all basically for the same price as a nice glass of wine in a restaurant. And so you can really try out your business and see if it's the right fit for you. And if it is, that's fabulous. And if maybe you find out after giving it all you got for 6 months or a year, it's not for you, the nice thing about it is that you always have the option to do whatever you like to do. So nobody is forced to be in here. This is all people who are, you know, that understand what a good business opportunity is when they see it. So welcome everybody to the call. And welcome to the team, welcome to the family. And yeah, we're excited to have you guys here. And so one of the things that I was just, you know, part of what I was saying is that like the company's running this promotion to help us grow our businesses and to help change more lives. It's to make a bigger ripple effect so that we can bless more people. And the other thing that we're going to talk a little bit more about is that they're doing really awesome things in order to help us grow our businesses in the beginning, more incentives, more bonuses, more support and things like that. So they're really listening to what the needs of the field is. And then they're answering that by creating these incredible business changing promotions. And so with all that said, let's introduce Jackie Marchant. She's a presidential diamond leader. She's in Australia here with her baby Stanley. So cute. So me and Jackie are going to go through some of the beginner trading information that we think is really important for you guys. The training is always ongoing. This is like we do our training calls every Wednesday. This Wednesday in particular, we decided to do a training call for newbies because there's so many new people on the team and we want everybody to hit the ground running. So we want to see you guys growing your commissions and your bonuses and your business and your checks as fast as you can, because when you start to build that momentum, it keeps going and it keeps going. And so it's such a fun thing. Jackie, did you want to come in and say hi?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the team. It's so exciting to see you all here. I guess we could just start by sharing a bit of my story and what happened to me and how I got involved with this. So I've been in the company for just over 4 years now. I'd never done anything like this before. It was never on my radar. I'd done lots of different things. You know, I'd worked in fitness, I'd worked in retail, I'd done office work, and I just thought like none of it was really exactly what I wanted. You know, I wanted to have the freedom to make my own schedule and travel, and my true passion really is traveling and spending time with my family. My husband's Australian, I'm Canadian, so we have family on both sides of the world, and he's just plugging in my computer for me right now. He's such a doll and bringing me coffee. But yeah, we wanted to have the freedom to bounce around and spend, you know, a few months here with one family, a few months there with the other. And what job would let you do that? You know, so everyone always said to us when we got married, like, where are you going to choose to be? What's your plan? And I said, we want to do summer to summer. Some are on one side of the world and some are on the other side. And everyone said, that's unrealistic. You'll never find a job that will let you do that. Well, thankfully, I found it works, or it found me. And now we're doing that. So how it happened is a girl that I went to school with in Winnipeg back in the day, she sent me a message on Facebook telling me all about It Works. And this is a good lesson for you guys. I hadn't talked to her in years. She didn't really personalize anything. She just sent me this big long spiel about how great It Works was and trying to sell me like how great it was and why I should join. And I just looked at it and was like, oh my God, she's just trying to sell me something. So I completely disregarded it. But then she came back to me a few months later and she said, look, I can see you're not happy with what you're doing right now, because I was complaining about my job and my boss. And she said, you know what? Like, I was the same as you. I had a job that I didn't like. I had a terrible boss. Now I'm my own boss. I'm making great money from home. Maybe you should look into it. And just that short and sweet and personal message was so much better because it was relatable. So couple of lessons for you guys. When you're brand new, we tend to get so excited that we just go out there and we're like word vomiting on our friends and family. We're like, join my team, this company is amazing, this is why, blah 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 blah. Like, we're trying to come up with all these reasons to pitch it to them. Slow down, think about them, and be like, this is why I'm doing it, and this is why I think it would help you, and just, would you like to look into it? Like 2 sentences, a question, something really personal is so much more effective. When she said that, I was like, yes, let me look into it. So I joined. I had no idea what I was doing. I really thought, okay, I know a lot of people. I'll just throw this out there and they'll all join and I'll just be making $10,000 a month. Well, it didn't exactly happen like that. I realized after a few months that I had to actually learn the ropes. And what I did was I spoke with Jackie, and she's my leader's leader. And she just told me, I'm making this. Don't you want to make that too? And I said, yes, of course, but I don't know how. And she said, why don't you let me teach you? You know, just do what I do. And I was like, why did I not think of this before? You know, I just was so clueless at the time. And I think that a lot of us, we don't know because we've never done anything like this. So my advice to you guys is be really personal. Tell people why you're doing it. Don't be afraid to message people again, because if she had just gone, well, Jackie ignored me the first time, like I didn't even reply. But she had the bravery to ask me again because she knew she could help me. So don't let that first non-answer worry you, because I'm very, very, very thankful that she asked me again. My life has completely changed. I have the life of my dreams because she didn't give up on me. So don't give up on your people, but make sure that you're asking them in the right way. And then just copy somebody who has what you want. If you see somebody who has what you want, do what they do. Do what they suggest, even if it scares you or it's a bit outside your comfort zone. That's what I did. You know, when they said, like, call people who you're too chicken to call, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to do this. But you know what I don't want more is I don't want to stay where I am. I don't want to not reach my goals. I really, really wanted to leave my job and have my husband be able to leave his. And because I just listened to my leaders and I did the things that they suggested, even when they scared me, now we have what we want, and we're still working and we're helping more people get what they want too.
I love that. I've heard your story I don't know how many times, and this last time when you said it, where you're like, your life has changed because she followed up with you again and did like that whole thing, you gave me like goosebumps. So yeah, what a great, there's so many lessons in your story, I find, because it's true. Like the first message, she basically gave you too much, and then she followed up and she made it personal and made it easy. And like, look at how she's transformed you. So thanks for sharing that, Jax.
You're welcome. Is anyone on this call feeling the same? Like you're new and you've sent out some messages and people haven't gotten back to you? I know you know, maybe I'm not doing this right. Well, there's a lesson. Just keep following up and keep working on your approach.
And keep it simple and personal, and ask a question. Don't just give information and expect the conversation to take care of itself.
Right.
Cool. I learned a lot from that too. Like I know that it's sometimes hard to end with a question, but it's vital. So cool. Thank you, Jax.
No problem.
I'll tell you guys my story. I'll tell you guys my story quickly. It's funny because I was just writing out a little bit of a post right now because like a memory came up for me, and I have an anniversary that's coming up right away, my 5-year anniversary with It Works, and our 1 year in our house and stuff like that. So I'm going to be putting a post up right away that explains a little bit more of this. So I've been reminiscing today already. But the cool thing about it is that I started I spent 10 years working in a factory. I was building electronics, I was soldering, I was working night shift. I was not a happy person at all. If you knew me, I was kind of a little bit rough. Maybe that's a nice way to say it. But I didn't know what to do with myself. I think that I was just really lost, to be honest, and I didn't really have any direction, or I didn't have any hope. And I found direct sales. And that was, I think it's been about 11 and a half years ago now. I started in a home party company, and I didn't know anything about the industry at all when I started my business. I started in the industry because I needed to make money. I was working in a factory, and I had just gotten married, and we needed to make an extra income. So we didn't have any money. So I decided to find another way to make income. And I didn't even know this was a thing until I went to a home party. And then I seen someone talking, and then all of a sudden I was like, wow, I'm like, maybe this is something I could do. I'm pretty sure I could do it better than the girl doing it. And of course I was right, because here I am. And I started doing that. I loved it. I loved doing home parties. There's just something about getting in groups of people and having real conversations that just felt amazing. Scary and terrifying, but still amazing. Once I got through my jitters and I could learn to relax, I met the most incredible people that way. And it helped me grow as a person. I got really burnt out from doing so many home parties. I was doing like 3 or 4 parties a week, and I was carrying a lot of stock. I was driving. I felt like a store. I was driving all over delivering, and I just was like done. I was ready to go and get a Monday to Friday job because I just was burnt out, and there was just things going on that just didn't make me happy. And so I was ready to go back into get a Monday to Friday type of a job. And I just couldn't see myself doing that. And at that moment, I was asking for something bigger. I was asking the universe, what should I be doing? And just around that time, one of my friends started doing this business. And when she told me about it, I thought she was crazy. I'm like, that doesn't work. You're a sucker. Like, there's no way that you can put a cloth on your body and it's going to help with cellulite and stretch marks and whatnot. I'm the hugest skeptic. I love when people say they're skeptical, because I'm like, you're not a bigger skeptic than me. And so I ended up going to my friend's launch party more to prove it wrong, not her wrong, but the business itself wrong. And I wanted to see for myself, because even though I didn't believe it, I 100% was curious. I had to see what all this was about, and I had to see it for myself. And what I discovered really quickly was how excited everybody was about it. And then I started to see this incredible change that happened with people, especially these women who were going in and they were so insecure about their midsection, and then they're coming out of the wrap room and they're giddy and they want to show everybody their results. And just watching that transformation, I just knew we were onto something amazing. And so, long story short, she didn't follow up with me after the party. I think I would have signed up on her team right away, but she didn't follow up with me. And then, it was probably at least, I think, 7 months after that, 6 months later, and her business was exploding. And so at this point, I already knew the product worked because I seen it. So that was something I had to change my belief system about. And then now all of a sudden I realized that it's actually a business that can change your bank account and change your life. She was making a 5-figure monthly income in her first 10 months in the business. Had she not been a good friend of mine and I not known her personally, I don't know if I would have believed that. But because she was a good friend of mine and I understood and watched her journey, I was like, what? Wow, that's amazing. And so that's when I really started to investigate. I looked into everything and I was just really impressed with everything. So I jumped in, started to grow my business, and now here I am. But that is how I got started. I literally got started because I seen somebody else's success. And then when I seen what the products can do and the excitement for the products, I got really even more excited. And it's been 5 years now, and I'm just so grateful that I took a chance and I said yes to something I was terrified about when I started. And when I got started, Yeah, like it wasn't $10 to get started. I think I spent about $1,000 on my starter kit. And because I bought a big package with lots of wraps because I was like, I'm doing this, I'm going all in. And so that's my journey. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I just want you all know we're all afraid when we start. We all feel nervous. We all have that scared feeling inside of us. And I want you to know that that just means it's excitement. Like we don't understand sometimes the difference between fear and excitement. And there's nothing to be fearful of. There's everything to be excited about. So when you get those butterflies in your belly, know that it's excitement, right? There's something amazing coming. There's something that's amazing that's happening right now. So, how's it going, Jax? Are you finally eating some food today?
Okay. Yes, you saw me. I'm like, I need to eat something. I'm having little protein ball things.
Okay, so I can't read that and talk right now. I'm gonna wait until Jackie's one of us will get a chance to read that. I do want to say that this call we do want to make sure that we normally do our wins right now, but I know that we could spend an entire hour doing our wins. We could probably spend 3 hours, maybe a whole night sharing our wins. But the whole point of this call is right now is for us to do our newbie training so that the people who are joining your team, or if you're new on the call, it's so that you can hit the ground running and you can start growing your business right now, because we don't want to waste any time. This promotion's not going to last. I don't think they're going to do anything like this again, at least for a really, really long time. The amount of distributors that are joining right now, we need to now take care of them, right? And so now it's going to be about how do we grow the business? What do we do next, right? So, sorry, Jax. I don't know when you, if there's anything you want to add to that, but there's a few things I want to go through. So.
No, you go. I'll hop in when I have something.
Okay. So first of all, congratulations on your new business. And if you are a distributor that's existing, congratulations on the new team members that you have. It's always so fun, right? It's always so fun when you have people to work with and grow with. And when we're so excited, it's nice to have people to share that excitement with and being able to help people, because I know that especially just, being in this industry, it's all about helping people. So how do we help people? We grow a team and then we help develop them and help grow them so that they can help their own families. And so one of the first things I want to see if everybody was on the same page with is basically getting online. Have you been able to get into your eSuite? And so getting into your eSuite is, there's a web link that comes in. Most people who have just joined should get an introductory email from the person who signed them up that basically explains to them how to log into their account. But all you need is your username and your password. And so you would have created your password when you're signing up. And your username would be your ID number. So you get a 7-digit number that comes when you sign up, and you use that as well. You log into your eSuite, and the first thing you want to do is it's going to ask you for your tax information to make sure that you're a real person. And so what you want to do is go in there and confirm that information and just fill it out so that It knows that that you need to put some of your information in there just to make sure that there's somebody that's real in that account. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm stumbling over my words.
No, that makes sense.
Okay, good. So you want to go in and complete that. It opens up your eSuite. And so right now, one of the first things that I think that you want to do when you log into your eSuite is to go into your It Works You. And so if there's anybody on the call that's international, and I know there is, I know we're still waiting for our training to be up and live, and we all know it's coming. They just got the American site up and going, I think on Sunday. So everything is still fresh.
Training Academy now in eSuite.
It's Training Academy, not It Works You? Okay, perfect. So you want to go into your Training Academy, and there's a whole bunch of really great videos. There's really great information. It's all upgraded. It's all fresh. It's going to talk about your shopping spree, which we're going to get to right away, and a few things like that. But you want to go and you want to complete that Training Academy. I know that, like I said, that if you're international and you're on this call, that our international site is just a little bit behind, and I know they're working really hard to get that up and going, and I'm sure we're going to have it in no time. But don't let that slow you down. Connect with your upline, and be on this call is going to go through a lot of the same things. So one of the first things I want to share with you guys is that we have a few ways for you to grow your business. I also want to reassure you that if you are new on to the team and you're nervous about bringing other people in at this point because you don't feel like you know what you're doing yet, don't let that slow you down. We're here for you. We do these calls every week. There's tons of training inside of your team pages. We can show you different ways for you to search your team page to find old posts that have the same relevant information that's really, really important and stuff like that. If you have any questions, you want to connect with the person who signed you up and maybe possibly their upline as well. I like to have sometimes like 3-way Facebook conversations. So whoever can answer the question first can get to it and stuff like that. So there's all different kinds of ways for us to help you support your team, for us to help you do that. So do not be afraid at all of bringing in new people. There's endless training. I did a lot of my training just on YouTube, searching other leaders' videos and whatnot. So there's training everywhere. Don't feel like you have to do all of that.
I agree. And just really use the team page. Like I post stuff in there all the time. And so make sure you're not missing stuff. Like get in there, have a quick scroll a couple of times a day. You know, a lot of it will be welcoming people. Just say a quick welcome, because don't we all like to be welcomed and congratulated? And then, you know, find those updates and reminders, because then you're going to feel like you're not missing things. And I think that's really, really helpful. And like Jackie said, like talk to your uplines, talk on the team page, talk to people, ask us, because when we have thousands of new team members coming on board, we want to help everyone, and that's why we do things like in the team page and team calls. But the ones, they always say the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So the ones who are like, I want to talk to you, I'm working, I want help. That's great, because we want to know that you want help. If we don't hear from you, we might not have time to go chasing you and wondering what you're doing. You want to come to your leaders and tell them what you need.
My favorite new thing to say, Jackie, is the person with the most question makes the most money. Like people are always afraid to ask questions because they feel silly. And I'll tell you right now, I've been in this business for I've been with It Works for 5 years now. And I will tell you, the people who ask me the most questions, who message me the most, who want the most help, always are the ones who make the most money. They're always the ones that go to the top. And so the whole misconception about asking questions and feeling silly, the opposite is actually true. Smart people ask questions. That's how they become smart people, right? So, I just wanted to put that out there.
I know when I was new, I was like hanging around you and Kat as much as I possibly could, just taking up all your time.
And we love it. You know, that's how a team grows. We all grow together. So that's a beautiful thing. Okay, so now you're in your website. So in your website has a back office, which is what we refer to as your e-suite. And then you also have your website, which we would refer to as like your online store, or your online store. And that is going to be what your customers see. And so with your monthly website that you're paying for, you get all of that. So with your storefront, that's where people can go shop. They can join your business and everything like that. If you have somebody who's a lead in Australia and you want to send them your website link, they can literally go on and sign themselves up. They can go shopping. They can do everything. We are open up in 20 different countries. Is it 20, Jackie, or 21 or something like that? I'm not sure. I lose track.
20-something.
20-something. And if you want to see the countries we're open up in, you can actually go to your website and click on the country. It'll have a drop down of all the countries that we're open up in. I do want to say one thing about websites is that you can't share your website on Facebook. It's going to block you from being able to do that. Facebook likes to make money. They want you to advertise your business through them. And so they have not allowed us to share our links on for years now. It's nothing new. So don't be surprised when you're messaging somebody and you try to send your website and it doesn't work. I always just do, I bought a domain name, which means I have a shortened website, but I just put between the .com. You can either do or you can leave a space. There's different ways you can do it, but if you put the full link in, it says myitworks.com, it will not allow you to do that. So just giving you guys a heads up.
And drink it.
I always just get them on the phone, or I send them like a memo, like a picture with the link in it, like a screenshot. Like I typed it up, go here, click this, blah, blah, blah. And then I took a screenshot and then I send it to them. But I don't do that until like they're ready to order. I don't just go, hey, look at my website, because they'll probably like get lost and, get confused. So I like to be the one personally giving them the answers and the information and helping them. And if you're new, you want to be having a back and forth conversation with your people, like 2 sentences and a question, and then, not just here's all the info, see you later. And then if you don't know what to say when they ask you questions, go right back to your leader or the person who sent you. Send a screenshot and be like, what do I say next? And we're here to help.
Absolutely. And being yourself is important too. Jackie's totally right. Ask for help, be yourself, have fun, keep it simple, and then always end with a question, because then you're continuing the conversation. And where were we at? So website, front office, back office, sharing your link. And then the other thing I wanted to mention in your website is that you can go in and you can personalize your website too, and you can add your image and stuff like that. So we can talk a little bit more about that, but it's really, really simple. You just go under, I can't remember. I'll make a post about it, because it's really nice having your picture, because a lot of our websites, they all look the same. They're replicated websites. So what you can do is you can upload your image and it'll show in the top right-hand corner. So when I do share my website, one of the first questions I ask people is it, can you see my image in the top right-hand corner? And so I always get confirmation, and that's how I know they're on the right website. And, so the other way that we can sign people up that way, through our website, sharing our link, like Jackie was saying how she shares it through an image. You can find different ways to share that link. The other way is that you can sign people up manually through your website, and which is my absolute favorite way to do that. Like I like to sign people up myself directly in the back office. I find it the most smooth. And then the other way is the ItWorks app. And so there's a few different apps that you can get to grow your business. And the first one I would say to get, and I'm going to show you guys, I keep all mine in,
Oh, is that the app you meant, Jackie? No, when I said wrap app, I meant the one where you actually use the wrap, like it shows them how to wrap and stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
conversation. I think cool.
So we have a couple different apps here. And so I keep all my apps in this little group here. And so there's an app here for your customers, which is your wrap app. And so if you send your customers the link, which is, I think it's apps.itworks. Oh, I can't remember, Jackie.
I just tell them to go to the app store and type in ItWorks wrap app.
Right. And so it helps people show, like it teaches them how to wrap. And so they can just like follow through like that. So that's one of the apps that we have. So this is for your customers to get like the best results in wrapping. It helps them take before and after pictures, reminds them to drink water. It's so good. And then we also have our ItWorks Wired app. And so this keeps us updated with all the news. And so when we get like a promotion or something like that, I get a little ding on my phone and I see the wrap app gives me a notification. And then I know we have something like a double fast start bonus, which we're going to talk about right away. That's on my list. So the wrap app keeps you in the loop. It's basically your connection to staying on top of things. And it's like, it has little notifications that, the business builder kits are $9.99 and whatnot. So really handy app to have. And then the other one we have is our wrap app. And this is the one where you can use to sign up new distributors or customers. And so it looks like this. And then I would go to enroll here. And then you can pick your country too. And then again, if you want to see all the countries we are open up in, you can just scroll through that app and it just shows you. And so you can pick whichever country you want, pick your language, and then you can enroll people like just that easy right there like that. So all three of those apps are really, really handy to have. They're really great to use to grow your business. So
I
Awesome.
typed the names of the apps in the chat so people could see in case they didn't catch the wording.
Perfect. Thank you, Jackie. And then, so those are all just different ways for you. Those are just ways for you to view your business, stay in the loop with your business, grow your business. So knowing how to sign up new customers and distributors is really, really important, obviously. So the other thing that's really great about becoming a new distributor right now is all these incredible bonuses that you can be earning. Yay. Yes, exactly. So as a new distributor, when you get your first 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you get $100 US shopping spree, and you can use that to buy any product that you want.
This is for anyone who started in June, since the 1st of June.
Yeah, so June 1st on, you can earn that $100 shopping spree, and I think it converts to about $133 Canadian. And I'm not sure what it works out to Australian, but you get the point. And
38.
138. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's amazing. So when you earn that bonus, you can buy more wraps, and that's when you really start to get like wrap cash. Love wrap cash. So basically, if you are in, I'm going to use Canada because that's where we are. You can, the United States too. You buy a box of wraps with your, let's say, your shopping spree. When you turn around and you sell each individual wrap, if you're standing in the United States, they're $25 a wrap. If you're in Canada, they're 30. Are they 35 in Australia, Jackie?
40.
40. Okay, so 40. Yeah, so basically you can sell them and people can sample them. A lot of times customers like to sample wraps before they commit to the loyal customer program, which is no problem because you have wraps in stock and you're basically selling your samples. A lot of companies don't let you do that or don't allow that. The thing about it is that it's nice because you can start recouping your money right away. You can start putting that wrap cash right in your pocket. So it's instant gratification as a business owner to start turning those rewards into cash in your pocket. So and you can start using oops, a little bit of feedback there. You can start using your $100 shopping spree for all kinds of things. Like I know that when I earned my shopping spree when I first got started, I was really excited to try a few things that I maybe didn't have the money to buy at the time. Like I know I wanted the shake, like it was a Profit at the time, and the Confianza, and there's a few things that I wanted just for me. So you can use your shopping spree to either buy products for yourself that you want to use so you can build up your testimony, or you can get wraps or facials and you can turn that into actual cash. So you can build your business that way. They're both really great because building your testimonies is just as important. And then we also have applicator rewards. So for every time you get a loyal customer, you get a half a point, so basically every time you get 2 loyal customers, you get 1 wrap reward. And what a wrap reward means is that you can buy a box of wraps for $25 in US, and I think it's $33 Canadian. And you can buy a full box of wraps. That's for the life of your business. So every time you get 2 customers, you get 1 wrap reward. And when those wrap rewards will be in your account for 60 days. So if you don't use them, they disappear. So make sure you don't forget about your wrap rewards, but they're there and you can cash them in. And if you buy like let's say you're getting all 3 of them at the same time, you're only paying 1 handling fee. So you can save on your handling or your shipping fee because it's only $5, I think it is, no matter how many rewards you actually cash in. So super fun, great way to grow your business, great way to have more stock in your store. Like the thing about having your business now is that you need to have some sort of product, because if you started your business, and I know that the kits come with a box of wraps, but those are going to go quickly. Either you're going to use them or you're going to sell them quite quickly and you're going to want more product. And so earning wrap rewards, signing up customers and getting wrap rewards and earning your $100 to $133 shopping spree is the best way to replenish your stock so you can continue to sell it. And it's like you want to look at your business like it's a store. And so if you don't have any products in your store, people are going to come in and they're going to want to try and shop, and there's not going to be, it's just, you don't have anything to show them. So in order to stay in business, we keep wraps in stock. And so the more wraps you have, then you're able to do parties, you're able to do one-on-ones, you can do trade shows, you can just build your business like so much faster when you have product to sell.
And I think it really is underrated sometimes, and you need to remember how powerful the Wrap Cash is, because when we're first starting out, this is a business, and like every new business, it takes time to grow. So your first month's commission check, like what was yours, Jackie? Do you remember? Mine was, I think, $40.
I think mine was 30 something.
And some of the top leaders in this company, their first commission check was $10 or $20. Like, it's not a lot of money, but when you have Wrap Cash on top of that, that's when you can start making money from day one. So I had ordered the Party Booster kit, and I had I think 4 boxes of wraps. So I was able to have 3 parties and meet people one-on-one in my first month and sell all of those wraps for cash. And I was up a few $100s. So that's the power of it. Like, your commissions are going to start small and then grow over time when you keep adding customers and distributors to your team. But Wrap Cash, you can make as much as you want, as quickly as you want.
Absolutely. I love that.
And getting the wraps on people is how you get them to become your customers and distributors anyway, because once they try it, the magic happens. They feel that wrap, they smell how good it smells, and they see what it does, and they're like, okay, I need to do this again. And you're like, okay, well, next time you wrap, you're going to want to do it at the discounted price. Do you want to do that as a loyal customer and get the discount, or do you want to do that as a distributor and you get the discount plus you can help people around you get that discount and you can earn some extra income? Which would you like? Let's choose one and get you started.
Totally. Yeah, it's true. And the nice thing about having the Wrap Cash is that it puts gas in your tank. Like, you have physical cash in your hand, and that's really gratifying. And you're right, Jackie, because a lot of, like when you said that when people smell it, that's like they need, like, that was a big moment for me in my business. Is that, like, I remember when I was telling you guys that when I first heard of the product, I thought it was like, no. The moment that I was able to smell it, that changed everything for me. On top of being able to visually see the difference on people's skin, smelling it meant the world to me, because it smelled organic, it smelled fresh, it smelled like herbs and essential oils. And that was like, oh, okay. And then I got it. So smell is a big deal. So I like that you said that, because I remember how I felt when I smelled it. So that's why I always have the defining gel with me. That's why I love to sample the defining gel, because I'm like, oh, if you want to see what the wraps smell like, the defining gel smells very similar. And once people smell the defining gel, then they get it. So I always love to sample the defining gel. I always it's just so good.
I actually got that yesterday at one of my new team members, Alice. I think she's on the call. Hi, Alice. She said to me, oh my God, she was using her first wrap. Oh my God, I love it already because of the smell. And yeah. So it's true.
It's true. Okay, so the other thing that's really cool too, another way for you to grow your checks in the beginning right now, because actually you guys have like right now you can be signing up anybody and everybody that you want to with this promotion, and we're going to worry about training them as we go along. We're here to help you with that. So the nice thing about that is if you sign somebody up between June 24th and the 30th, so anytime now in the end of the month from the 24th, you're going to get a double fast start bonus. And so what a fast start is that if you sponsor somebody, so if you bring in a distributor and that distributor gets their first, 2 loyal customers, but let's say they get their 4 and they get their shopping spree, the double fast starts. So when they get their first 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days, you're going to get a double fast start bonus. And so what a fast start bonus is that usually when you do that, you get $100, and this is US. So that's $133 Canadian, probably $140 Australian. And for the life of your business. So if you bring in a bunch of distributors and they each get their customers, then you're getting that $100 for each qualified distributor you bring in. Right now, anybody that you're bringing in with this promotion that's going on right now, and they qualify and they get their first 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days, you're going to get $200 if you're in the US. You're going to get $266 if you're in Canada. And I don't know what it works out into the Australian. Pardon, 288?
$278 Australian.
$278 Australian for helping somebody start their business properly.
Just for them helping 4 of their friends, hooking up 4 of their friends with the products at a discount. I mean, who doesn't have 4 people in their life who want to have better skin, tone up, lose weight, have more energy, feel better, be healthier? You know, one really, really good tip I have for you guys is get your product catalog. And if you don't even have it yet, if you don't have your kit, then just go to your website and look at the product catalog and write down next to every single product 3 to 5 names of somebody who you think could benefit from that product or would love that product. And then boom, like look at how many people you have when you multiply that by all the products. And then reach out and be genuine and say, hey, I started this new business. I'm really excited because, and say why. Like say, because I love the greens and they give me so much energy and I really want to help other people feel good too. Or whatever your why is, you know. I thought of you because I just saw that there's this product, blah, blah, and I know that you, blah, blah, and this is why I think you would like to try it. I have the opportunity to help 4 of my friends get this at wholesale price if you're willing to try it out for 3 months or more and give me your honest feedback. Would you like to help me out and try this product? I'm so excited. You know, something like along those lines. Be you, but use that as a guide. Do you see how it's not a sales pitch? Like we just when I started, I made the mistake of being like sales pitch, like this is what the product has and da da da. These are the facts and figures. No one cares. They want to know that you care about them. Like they don't want to be sold to. But when you say this can help them, you're going to hook them up with your discount and you're asking them to do you a favor by giving their feedback. It helps. So yes, let's all help everybody get 4 friends loving their products at a discount, and that's just going to create magic.
Absolutely. And then the nice thing about it is you're going to get a double fast start bonus just for doing your job, just for doing what you're supposed to do. And so
your distributor gets the free products. So just to recap, the new distributor gets a free product shopping spree when they get 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days. You as the enroller get the double fast start bonus for each distributor who you help to do that.
Yay! Yes, thank you, Jackie.
That's such a good way to guarantee your income as well. Like commissions, I said, commissions are one thing. You know, it starts slow and grows over time, but like you can guarantee that fast start bonus. Like if you say, I need to make $600 this month, well, help 3 people get fast started with their 4 loyal customers. That's 200, 200, 200. Boom, there's your 600. That's guaranteed.
It's just, you know what? It's so fun. Like it's fun helping people. It's fun making money. It's fun sharing the things you love anyways. So focus on the fun part of it. Focus on the excitement because, this is something that I was mentioning today. Went live and stuff like that, is focus on the things that you're enjoying. Just intently do a lot of them in the next few days in order to, get the results that you're looking for. But this business is fun. Make friends, meet new people, share what you're loving. You know what I mean? Like it really is such a gift that it never feels like work. I mean, the only part of this business that ever feels like work is sometimes doing some taxes and things like that. But I just get my husband to do that stuff anyway. So I get to do all the fun stuff. But you can find a way to do those things. If you retire your husband, you can leave him with the taxes. But so I wanted to share that because I think sometimes that it's supposed to be a job, but at the same time, we're not taught that our job can be fun and fulfilling and it can bring amazing things into our lives. So have fun with it. Just have lots of
fun. Like yesterday I had 3 moms over who I met through Moms Group and they brought their babies and we just had coffee and cake and then we talked about the products and they all became loyal customers. So, I mean, how does that work? That's just incredible. It's just such a fun thing to do.
It's so true. We're so lucky. So the other thing that I wanted to focus on with you guys is working on your goals, figuring out what your dates are. And I mean, so this promotion ends Friday at midnight Central Standard Time. So how many distributors can you bring into your business from now till then? You know, because those are going to be the people you qualify for double fast start bonuses. And some people you may bring in that you are not sure if they're going to be good at this, or there could be somebody that you think is going to be amazing. It's not really up to you. They will figure out whether this is the right fit for them when they show up for things, when they respond, when they show up in the team page and stuff like that, because you just never know. You just never know. And I really want to say that to you guys. You just really don't know. There's been people who have joined my team who I thought were going to do amazing things who really didn't do anything. And then there's some people that came in, I'm like, I'm not sure. You have a lot going on. I don't know if you have, if it's the right fit. And then they end up being total rock stars. So don't prejudge. Don't make that mistake. Allow everybody the opportunity to figure out whether this is the right thing for them or not. I'll tell you that people come in and make a success of this business because they desire a lifestyle, because they want to pay their bills, because of their family. They're doing it for themselves, essentially, because they want to build a legacy for themselves. And so they're going to come in, they're going to ask you for help and stuff like that. And that's really great. But yeah, I think it's important to bring in people, and then we can sort it out and figure it out as we go along. Especially right now, there's so many, how can you not sign up right now? It's such a great, it's literally a glass of wine it costs. So I just want to say, know your dates, know that you are basically right now, you're kind of in, even if you're new, you want to bring in as many, teammates as possible till Friday. And then we're going to really spend some really good time training, teaching you guys how to do, whether it's parties, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's just meeting people in person. We're going to go through all of those things with everybody. So don't worry about the training. It's unlimited. It's always available. We can even go to some of the older training and stuff like that if we need to, but we always like to keep it fresh because that's why we do this every week. But know your dates. Know the good bonuses are on the table. Know what the date is that you want to be to Ruby. Know the date that you want to be to Diamond. Have it written down in your calendar. If you're new to this type of business, one of the best things that you can do for yourself is get yourself some sort of a planner, some sort of a book that you can keep track of your dates, your appointments, your phone numbers, the people you want to follow up with, your hundreds list, all that kind of stuff. This is my book from last year that I pulled out because I have some follow-up lists that I want to go back through because of this promotion. And so there's all kinds of things in here they're just business building. And so right now, this is the book I have that I use right now for my business. So if you're a business owner, then it's a good idea to have something like this where you can be writing down all your notes and stuff. And I'll tell you, when my book gets filled, my business is growing. When I'm not writing things down, nothing happens. I've had to learn that the hard way too many times. I'm a slow learner, apparently. But that's okay. We can all be successful. You don't have to be perfect in this business, but you just always have to be focused forward. So my biggest piece of advice is to write it down. Write down your dates, write down your goals. Think about it at before you go to bed. Really put into manifestation what it is that you want to create. And that's really important. Anything you want to add to that, Jax?
I guess just a couple of practical tips for those who are new and want to get moving. Like I said, with the product catalog and how you can reach out and contact people about becoming your customers. Before you post something, maybe ask your upline, or if your person who helped you start it is brand new, get with their Ruby and above leader. Or for those of you who are in my team page, I have posted a welcome post for all the new distributors, and I've said this is a guideline for what you should be posting for your first post. Definitely just run it by someone, because you don't want to make the mistake like I did and go out there too salesy and kind of turn off your warm market. I mean, it's never too late. That chick sold me and she came back and I still joined. So it's never too late. But if you have the chance and you haven't yet posted, or you want to post again, ask your leader for some help so that you can make sure that you get the results you want when you're posting. And yeah, ask for help with what to say to people to reach out, because posting is one thing, but posting isn't asking. So you do have to reach out and actually ask people to take a look at what we have. So if you don't know what to say, if you're new, just run it by one of your upline leaders so that they can help you make sure that you're on the right track.
100%, Jackie. I love that. That's exactly actually why I went live on our team page today, is because I wanted to share that, because we don't want to really use head office corporate posts sometimes, because they can be a little bit salesy. They can be like, people want to see you. They want to see the genuine you. They want to hear, whether you're loving the hair, skin, and nails, whether you had incredible wrap results, which you do need to get your before and afters approved through head office. And also like just sharing like, confianza and like lifestyle posts. So it's a good idea to make sure that your Facebook page isn't just It Works. You want to make sure that you're sharing, fun things, recipes, travel, adventure, things like that, like family.
Yeah.
And then have some lifestyle. Like you can incorporate lifestyle into your It Works and stuff like that too. Like, if you're on the go and you have your greens with you, you can talk a little bit about that. Or you're like, I'm always wearing the gear, right? So make sure you're always representing. The other day, I think I told you guys that on the last call, I met a girl. She basically got really excited about, she's looking for It Works, and I have my bracelet on, and she asked me about it. Well, she signed up as a distributor today because I was wearing the bracelet. And so like, you just want to make sure that you're always ready for business. And even though you're playing, you're having fun. I was out on a bike ride with, a couple of my girlfriends. Whitney here was on with us. And it was like, you never know what can happen. You just got to be ready to make good connections with people and build those relationships. And so, if you want to buy some It Works gear, this stuff is all available. You can get some of it in your eSuite. You can order it on the It Works store. But I have an entire wardrobe essentially of It Works clothes. I love it because it's also a tax write-off, and our clothes are super cute. I think this tank top is actually like 2 years old at least.
Oh, at least.
It's one of my favorites. I think it might be 3, but yeah, like it's not a new, but it's still timeless. It's a black, and I love my tank tops, but we have all kinds of cute clothing. We have so much. We have great hats. We have bracelets. We have everything. And I'll tell you, that's the one thing about our company that everybody like gets jealous of. That's in other companies. They're like, you guys have the best gear. And like, yeah, we do.
Awesome. So we've been on for nearly an hour. Should we wrap it up? Pardon the pun.
Oh, I like that. Let me just scan my notes here. I just also wanted to say too that like sometimes when you're starting your business, you can get a little bit of negativity come in. Sometimes you get a little bit of judgment from other people, friends, family, people who everybody has an opinion. I just want to say that sometimes the people are a little bit negative towards the industry or the business or anything like that. They may have had a bad experience in the industry. They might have had some, something, or they just might not get it. They just might be sharing somebody else's opinion. I know that before I started with It Works, I was like, nope, I don't do multi-level marketing. And then when I realized that my opinion was based on just other people's opinion, I had nothing, there was no foundation behind it. I didn't do any research. I didn't find out for myself at all. I just basically was going on what somebody else thought. That's when I started to do my own research and realized, oh my gosh, what am I missing out on? And that's when I got really excited, because I realized that my belief system was based on somebody else's. That was probably based on somebody else's. It was based on somebody else's. I'm here to tell you guys, if somebody asks you if this is a pyramid scheme, ask them what a pyramid scheme is. So I really, to this day, still don't even know. And it's something that apparently used to happen years ago. It's not even a thing anymore. It's completely illegal. There's no way a multi-million-dollar company could be working that way. So basically, I just don't have time for it. I don't entertain it. It's just not even on my radar. I don't think about it. I also don't take advice from anybody I wouldn't change places with. So what I've found is that a lot of people who like to give their advice are really not in a good situation to be giving advice out. And so just be mindful of where you're getting your advice from. Jackie, you're laughing at me.
No, because Jake just said his mom.
Oh, his mom. Exactly.
Sorry.
No, it's true. It's true. It's the people who love us. They think that they're giving us the best advice that they have, but they're not really basing it on actual information or facts. I will tell you guys that most women, like a lot of women, like I know that there's a stat out there that says 82% of women who make over $100,000 a year do it with direct sales. I'm not sure where that number is 100% because I know that stat's pretty old. I bet you the number is actually higher now, but it just hasn't been updated for us, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So think about that for a minute. This business is something that you can make an incredible income from. The one thing is that you really have to believe in yourself. You have to block out other people's opinions and negativity and really understand that the best thing you can do for those negative people is show them. You could just show them how amazing you're living and how this business is fulfilling your life. You don't have to argue with them. Don't spend time trying to convince people unless they're viably asking you questions because they're curious. But when they have, don't be defensive. Just move on. It's just not worth your time. And don't make any arguments on Facebook because when you're going back and forth on Facebook, other people can see that conversation and it just creates more negativity towards it. So just do not participate in negativity and always just basically have your blinders on and be looking forward and know where you're going. If you need to have a conversation about maybe a bad experience that happened, call your upline. We've been through stuff before. We know we've had bad days. People have told us no. I've almost quit when I was a Ruby, like we've all gone through things. And the only person that can actually help you is someone who's already been through it, who has the advice for you and that can help you. You complaining to your husband or to your boyfriend or to your sister or to anybody else is only going to perpetuate that situation. But when you go to your upline, they have the skills and they're going to tell you, maybe a few tips to help you get through it, maybe a book, maybe some personal development to help you grow from it. So I just wanted to put that out there because there's for sure, when you're on your way to the tops, there's going to be some people who try and bring you down. And sometimes those people that are going to bring you down are doing it unknowingly, and they're going to be the people who love you the most. That's okay. And I've said this before, and I'll tell you guys again, I do not look for approval from my family. I love my family. I respect them. They're so important to me, but I do not take business advice from them. In fact, my family doesn't even know what I do. And that is 100% okay with me. And so if you can be okay with, maybe making your own choices sometimes, that's how you really build your way to the top. So my little rant. So
I've been there too. When I was new, I let every no affect me. When people said no, I just took it so personally. I thought you're my friend. Why don't you want to join me? And I just letting go of that. And when someone told me don't take it personally, I got this really good advice. It's not like you asked them out on a date and they rejected you. It's not a personal rejection. It's like saying they came over for a visit and you're like, oh, hey, do you want a cup of coffee? And they said, no, thank you. Are you going to go cry over it? No. Just don't let it affect you. Just remember, you have to get no's to get to the yeses. It's just part of it. And when I was new, I thought if every single person I asked didn't say yes, I didn't think I could succeed. And so it was a huge aha moment when someone said to me, ask 20 people and look for 1 or 2 yeses and you're amazing. That's amazing. It's like you're flipping through a deck of cards to find the aces. Well, you have to go through a lot of cards to find that ace, and you just keep flipping and you never know which one it's going to be or when it's going to come up.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's true, Jackie. And I mean, the thing that it's true, just if you have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish for your family and for your future, that is really the most important thing, because when negativity comes in, it doesn't mean anything. You can just stroll right past it and just be like, it doesn't matter to you. But if you have no vision of where you're going and you hit a little speed bump, it can paralyze you. So knowing that you have support and knowing where to get your support from, it's not in your downline, it's not from your family, you know what I mean? It's not from some of your friends. They really they love you, but they probably don't want to hear about your business. That's the beautiful thing about us getting on calls every week, is we actually have other people who get us. And that's great. And, but yeah, knowing where to get your support from. And sometimes you just have to dig deep and know that you're worth it and that you deserve it and just keep moving forward. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up because we're going to stay on time here. You guys know what I'm like about the time. So I'm going to end this call with thanking absolutely every single person for coming, especially Jackie for sharing and like co-hosting with me. I appreciate all of your expertise and your advice and all the smiling faces that were on the Zoom. I always appreciate the smiles. And you guys go out and rock this business. I was going to not do a call next week because I have family in town, but I actually think I am going to do a call and my family can just wait while I am hanging out with you guys. So that's what's going to happen. So if you guys have questions, let me know. If you need any sort of customer service help, either connect with me or Jackie. We're here to help you guys. And don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, Facebook Messenger is fabulous for getting the support that you need from us. And also, don't be afraid to go through the team pages and use the little magnifying glass and look up. If you want to see the Show Me the Money calls, you can just put that little keyword in there and all the Show Me the Money calls are going to come up for you. So there are ways to search in your Facebook team group, your team page.
Thanks, guys, so much for being on. Thanks, Jackie. You're amazing. I always love hearing your story again and again.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.